This is States of Matter, Lesson 1. This is Property of Solids for first grade classrooms. Throughout this lesson, you will be sorting and observing different solids and recording observations as well as predictions of your students. Throughout this lesson and the following 2 lessons, you will be using sticky notes and posters. This will help the students identify the properties of matter. For this lesson, we will only be talking about solids. Students will also use a student booklet. This is where they will record their properties of matter for solids, and this is where they will also do their predictions and observations throughout this lesson and the following 3 lessons. We will start this lesson by giving the students each 3 pieces of sandpaper. I would first allow the students to just take some time with it, feel them, pick it up, look at the colors, and just kind of talk to each other about what they see and what they notice. Maybe it reminds them of something they've seen before in the past. Maybe it reminds them of another lesson that they've done. Just give them some time to just kind of go through it. After that, you can prompt a discussion about the similarities and the differences between the 3 pieces of sandpaper. For example, the sandpapers are all different colors. That would be a difference that you can talk about. The sandpaper also feels different. All of them have a different texture. That's also a good time to introduce the word texture, because I'm sure a lot of the students at this point have not heard that word. You can also talk about the similarities. For example, they're all shaped like squares, so they all have the same shape. You can also talk about how, while they're all different colors, they kind of have different colors mixed throughout them, and that's also kind of a similarity. You can then allow the students to work as partners or small groups or even individually, and you can have them sort the sandpaper squares from the roughest one to the smoothest one. So allow them some time to feel it and really think about what those words mean to them when they apply it to the feeling of the sandpaper. Then after that, you can have the students play a game. They can do this by just simply matching their squares with someone else's squares. They'll do this not by looking at the squares and matching the color, but by actually feeling the squares. So in this case, you can actually have the students close their eyes, feel the square that they want to match, and then feel the other squares of their partner to try to find the one that matches in the texture. After that, you can move on to different materials. In this kit, you have 3 pieces of plastic squares. These ones are all different thickness and different transparencies, so you can introduce a lot of new vocabulary words. You can have the students pick them up, try to look through them, see which one's thicker, and really allow them to decide how they want to sort them. Some might sort by color, some might sort by shape. Just really give them the freedom to do that on their own. The most important thing is that they record this in their booklets. They can do this with a partner or a small group, and then you can go over it as a whole group if you'd like. Once you finish with the plastic squares, you can move on to the metal washers, and from there you can move on. You have 3 pipe cleaners. Just allow them to explore them, take their time, do proper observations in their booklets. They can do their observations either in written form or they can draw pictures, whatever they feel more comfortable with. After this, they can continue in their booklets. You can guide them through the rest of the lessons. And then from there on, you are going to create the first of 3 mini books. This one is called Joseph and the Solid Snack.